Rise from your grave.
Hey Retro Gamers, and welcome to Game Grave. Today we're taking a look at Time Pilot, a game where you play as a pilot in a jet who travels through time. Sounds pretty cool to me. Let's get into it. Time Pilot. It seems like it should have had that kind of voiceover when you hit start in the arcade, you know? Time Pilot. Alright, flux capacitor on. Go! So Time Pilot is actually a pretty simple game. There really isn't much to it. You place this plane in the center of the screen, and you want to avoid enemy planes. And you want to pick up these... Those guys in the parachute? Yeah, you want to pick those guys up. They give you a point bonus. Boom, 1,000. And for each one that you pick up successively, you get more points. Right? Arcade games. That's how they work. Boom, 2,000. Up from 1,000. I have not played this game a whole lot. Played it a few times here. I find it to be pretty challenging. I seem to be doing alright at this moment, but any point the tide will change. The whole point of Time Pilot... Oh, there it is. I got hit by a bullet. Stray bullet. Took me out. So the whole point is you're traveling through time. You want to reach all the way to 2001, where 2001 has UFOs awaiting you to fight. Seems cool, huh? So yeah, you start in 1910, which it tells you at the beginning of your level. Moves on to 1940, then on to 1970. Ooh, hey, I got a free ship. Nice. Then it moves on to 1982, which is when this game was released. And then into 2001, where you get to fight UFOs. From what I've read, there isn't anything too spectacular about the normal levels until you reach the UFO levels. Once you reach those, though, all bets are off. I guess the game gets pretty difficult. And you gotta fight UFOs, which is always cool, right? Because even though we haven't met any extraterrestrials, somehow we know they're all going to be terrible. No! I was trying to save that one. I could have saved him! So you have to shoot and destroy a certain amount of planes per level. And when you do that... But not when you die too many times. When you do that, the mothership will arrive. And you have to destroy the mothership and move on to the next level. Oof, I almost lost it right there again. How many more points do I gotta get till a 1-up? It says 3,500, but that's what I got. That's the high score. Oh no, I want that. Don't hit me. Oh, God. Oh, man. I'm out. So I guess every time you raise the high score, that's what you gotta get to get a 1-up. So arcade-like, am I right? And that was a whole game right there. So let's put in my sweet 3 initials. R for RC. And let's get in there and do another round. I want to try to make it to 1940. That is my goal. I want to at least see one more level. I find it interesting. I know this doesn't happen in too many... Oh, God, death already. Doesn't happen in too many older games, but the option to continue from where you left off with a quarter would have been nice. Because even if it reset your high score, it would have been awesome. To at least, like, get further to see the other levels. Oh, no! Oh, God! Ugh. That was a bad move, but I somehow pulled it off. Way to go, pilot! You did it. So I guess the number of planes depends on how many people had played the arcade game that day, and count keeps going up the more people who play it. If you start with a fresh machine that day, you only have to kill about 25 of them. And there's a ship at the end. I lost it immediately. Beautiful. And I guess the total amount of ships that you have to kill throughout a long day of people playing the game and racking up scores and everything, I guess it eventually reaches around 56, somewhere in the 50s. And the game controls pretty well. I mean, the ship always stays in the center of the screen. You know, you only... Oh my god! But the only thing is, it is sometimes incredibly difficult to get away from those bullets. We're getting dangerously close to mothership territory, though. If you look down there, there is... Oh god. I had to say something, didn't I? We're getting close to the mothership, and then boom, dead. Okay, I'm getting slightly closer every time. Yes, I know, my high score doesn't show that. But I am getting closer. Because there is a bar on the bottom, which is what I was talking about before. I was so rudely interrupted with death. That you'll see on the bottom, there is a small bar with a bunch of planes. And that goes down as you shoot down enemy planes. How about we bring the goal down to, instead of trying to get to another level, because this game is difficult, we at least make it so we see one of the motherships. How about that? Because this is definitely a game I feel like I'll play more of. Oh man, I took that bomb out just in time. I feel like it's a game I'll play more of, but it's also a game that might take some time to get somewhat decent at. I don't know. My new tactic is to fly and just constantly shoot. Maybe that will help my chances. Don't. Oh! White dots. Oh, there we go. See, I got the extra ship early. Saved you, my. Ah, no! But I got those planes down. Look, I only got 2.5 left to go. Come on. I need you people out there watching to root for me. Give me some encouraging comments and messages. Even though it'll be post-play, it'll still make me feel good. No. Oh god, I ran right into it! Still got 2 ships. This can happen, right? This can happen. No. Okay, so the ship meter is down. The ship meter is totally down. How many more of these guys I gotta take out? Oh my. Oh! There's a blimp. That must be the mothership. As amazingly awesome as it looks. And you gotta hit the mothership like a ton. Oh, I got it! Yeah! We made it to level 2. Guys, everyone party. We are time traveling to 1940. Did you see that time travel? Did you see that? Who else would be time traveling like that? No one. That's who. Only Game Grave in RC. Whoa, we got some new big bird yellow planes here. Oh, man. And things are a lot crazier than they were before, so I don't think I'll be lasting here too much longer. The Time Pilot has a few sequels. Nothing of super note, I guess. Oh, and there it was. The end. So yeah, I guess there was a game that came out in 1984, a couple years after this one. It was cleverly titled Time Pilot 84. I guess it's a pretty good game, however, it was kind of panned and didn't do as well as this original Time Pilot. This is one of Konami's early games, so it's easy to see why Konami, even from such an early standpoint, became such a popular video game company. Later on, for the Game Boy Advance, there was another game released in the Time Pilot series where they had not just the 5 levels where you finally get to the point where you're shooting down UFOs, But they have one last level at the end, a 6th level, where you get sent back all the way... Oh, I ran right into that bullet. You get sent back all the way to 1 million BC, and you have to shoot down pterodactyls. Now, that, my friends, is awesome. It's too bad they didn't think of that in 1982, am I right? But as far as I feel about Time Pilot, I've played it a few times, including me playing it right now. This is the furthest I've actually gotten. I had never reached level 2 before. So you witnessed history in the making. And by history, I mean nothing important whatsoever. But you did witness it first. And I would say my verdict on the game is I feel like it's a very interesting take on a flight game compared to a lot of games that were out back then. There were a lot of flight and spaceship and, you know, just those types of games out back then. You know, you had your Galaga and your... Oh my god, I can't... Oh god, some of those spots that get around. Anyway, yeah, a lot of flight games back then, and it was interesting to find this one, because I had never played it before. Oh man, I'm at the mothership already. Oh, and I took it out, but died at the same time. What is it? What happens? Oh, I time travel. I lose a life, though. Look at that. I'm making it to the 2nd level without even trying now. I'm talking the whole way through, and I made it. But, yeah, I think it's interesting to find a game that's so different compared to the other games that were out at the time, and I would recommend checking it out. I think it's a lot of fun. It's a good game to come back to, you know, every once in a while when you just feel like firing up a real simple game that actually has some challenge to it. One of those games that has the kind of challenge where when you die, you're kind of like, oh, I zigged when I should have zagged, and, you know... It feels like the game isn't entirely against you at all times. Like, yeah, you'll find a lot of bullets on screen at once, but the majority of the time, as you can see, you can get away. And as long as you don't get greedy, and you be patient, and you try to take out the planes at the right times, and avoid bullets, and be smart, unlike that point, then you'll do well. So Time Pilot, I recommend checking it out. Look at that, I top my high score every single time. I am ruling this board right now. So yes, Time Pilot, everybody. Check it out. I guarantee you'll get at least something out of it. I think it's pretty fun. So until next time, retro gamers,